That ain't cool. I don't know why I'm sunburned. If I look sunburned. Do I look sunburned? I don't know. Hi. Welcome. Okay guys, so hi. Welcome back. Today I am going to share with you guys another bad experience because, not to be negative here, but to help anyone out there who might be had this happen to them, or if this happens to you in the future, maybe I can help you. I don't know, maybe. I just kind of want to share my experiences that I've been through in order to make your life a little easier. Hopefully you don't have to go through the same things that I did. So my last one that I did of this was not that long ago. I just posted it a couple days ago, and I'm filming this now because I thought of another story where I had like a bad experience. Okay, so essentially what happened was, well, my last one, okay, I'm still talking about that. The last one I did had been a long time ago. When I filmed it, it had happened a long time ago. It was like 5 years ago or something like that. This one is recent, so I thought that would be a little bit better to share with you guys something recent that happened to me that was like not the best experience. And this is a spa experience that I had. I don't know about the spas around your area, but we have like a ton of spas where I live. A ton of places where you can go get your nails. You can really go anywhere like and get your nails done. And at the place where I like to get my shellac done, because it's well priced but it's also really well done, is also a hair salon. And I've gotten my hair done there in the past. I don't go there anymore, but like when I was younger I did, and I actually had my grad cruise hair done by them as well. And this was actually the day before my 20th birthday. And my mom was like, let's go, like, take you get your nails done. And I had an amazing experience there in the past. The girl who normally does my nails is actually helping or with another customer or whatever. So I'm like, oh, like, I wonder who I'll have. So I have this other girl, and instantly, do you ever meet people where they have like the demeanor of being like really like not put together, like well at all? Like her outfit was ripped, like there was like a hole in her like her outfit. There was like, she didn't look put together. Her nails were all gross. Whatever. Like, I don't care. Whatever. Rough day. I've been there, done that. Like, girl, I've looked worse in public before. Not a big deal. So I sit down and I'm like, okay, like, she gives me the different nail colors. And I'm like, oh, don't you guys have a white? I've had nails done here before and you guys have had a white. And she's like, oh, no, I don't do white. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't do white? She's like, white just never turns out well, so I just stopped doing it. I'm like, but if the customer wants it, okay, whatever, okay. And she's like, yeah, but if you want like the whitish color, I can do these two colors like put together. And I was like, okay, perfect. Like I wanted white, so if you say you can give me like kind of an off-white color, I'm totally down. Sounds great, love it, let's do it. And so that's basically how it all began. So I'm sitting there in my chair, and usually this doesn't take very long, like maybe 45 minutes. That's not that bad for shellac. Maybe less, I don't even know. So I'm sitting there getting my nails done, and I see her going and doing this, and she's not really layering the colors at all. She's really only using the pink, and I really did not want pink nails. And so I say to her, I'm like, oh, I was kind of hoping for that to be a little bit more white. And it's literally like baby pink. She kind of got a little bit defensive, a little bit like, well, this is what you asked for. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not really liking the way it looked, and like, you know, my understanding was that it would be a little bit more on like the white side, a little bit less pink. And she was like, well, let me try another coat of this. And she put something sparkly on top, and I was like, oh, I don't really like glittery nails, like that's not really my thing or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, okay, like, you should be trying to make me happy, I'm the one paying. And so she tried another one on top, and she's like, let's just see how this looks after we've cured it, because you have to like put it under the light or whatever. So put it under the light and then take it out, and I look at it and I'm just like, oh my god, like it looked horrible. Like a 5-year-old had just done my nails, and there was like paint like out of the lines like everywhere. And I was just looking at them and I was like actually, what the hell did you do to my hands? Like, they look horrible. I could have done a much better job, let's be honest. And that's a sucky feeling, especially when you're paying for something and you're thinking to yourself the whole time, I could be doing such a better job than this person who's supposedly trained in this field. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, well, I don't really know. Like, I don't really like the way this looks, to be honest with you. And she's just like, okay, well, what do you want to do about it? And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I'm the customer. Like, you're supposed to make me feel better. You haven't asked me a single question about myself. You haven't even tried to make conversation. You've just been sitting there doing my nails not very well at all. And when I've tried to talk to you, you've been very weird. And just, I don't like this. It made me feel very uncomfortable. So I was like, I don't really like the way this looks, to be honest with you. I think I just want you to take it off. And I was actually like ready to get up and leave. Like, I was just like, I don't want you touching me anymore, because you're not doing a good job at all. Like, she just wasn't. And she wasn't thorough, and it was just kind of gross. There was like bubbles all in my nails. So I was just like, whatever. So anyways, she's like, really, you want me to take them off? And I'm like, yes, it looks bad. Like, it doesn't look good. So she's like, oh, okay, 1 second. So she gets up, leaves me sitting there, and goes around the corner to the staff room, walks in the staff room, and like closes the door. And as the door's closing, I can hear her say, oh my God, this girl. The door closes. This is not only horrible customer service, but second of all, you're not a very good person. Like, you're supposed to be doing your job. I get work. I get that. I've been there. I've done it. I do it all the time. Work sucks. But you've been to school for this, supposedly. You're supposed to like your job somewhat. I mean, to make it actually like worth your time. And I feel like it was just so bad. So anyways, as she's in there, I see girls literally opening the door, looking through the gap and looking at me, and then closing the door and then staying back inside. And I'm just like, really? Like, you want to go there, ladies? Like, let's bring it on. Trying to make me feel as uncomfortable as you freaking possibly can. Been through it all. I finished high school. And I was just like, really? Like, I literally felt like I was in high school. Sitting there, looking at all these girls, staring at me. Yeah, anyways, so I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, okay, like, pissed. So she comes back out, and this is 5 minutes later, at least 5 minutes later, and I've been sitting there just like, okay. Like, I have my sass on. Like, I am serious. So she's like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, well, I would like you to take this off because I don't like the way this looks. She's like, okay. So she starts taking it off, and holy frick, you guys, I have a high pain tolerance. I do. I definitely do. And I've had shellac removed before. She was hurting me, like actually hurting me. And I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, ow, you hurt me. No, I was like, ow, like what the frick? Like, you're obviously angry. And she was like filing it, because you have to file the shellac off to get it off, whatever. I don't know the whole details of it. So you have to file it off. And she was like filing my skin, like filing my nail, like my knuckle. I was ready to just be like, okay, ow, you're hurting me, stop. I'm gonna go home and do this myself. And I'm not paying for this shit because this is ridiculous. So anyways, she gets it all off eventually, and I'm not lying, it hurt me so bad. Like, anyways, I don't want to say, but it was really bad. She's like, hey, now what do you want? I'm like, I think I'm done. Like, I think I'm done. I don't really want to. She said, well, you don't want a different color? And I'm like, okay, I wanted white nails. You gave me pink nails. If I asked for red nails, are you gonna give me purple nails? Like, so I was just like, could you do this color? Like, just picked a random color on the wheel of colors she had, which she only had like 10 different colors, which is really weird and not normal for shellac, at least. Like, they normally have like at least double or triple that. And so she's like, yeah, okay, let's do that. And so she does that, and it looked fine. I mean, she did a better job the second time around, but there was still like air bubbles in it. And it was still like not up to standards that, I mean, I even have for doing my own nails. And that just ticks me off. I know I'm a perfectionist. I know I'm maybe not the regular customer or whatever. But I feel like when you're paying for a service, like, it should be done right. Is that wrong? So anyways, I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, done with the situation. So I emailed their PR or whatever their people, and they never emailed me back. And so I'm definitely not going back there. And I would say to any of you, if you're in a salon and you're paying a certain amount of money for experience, for getting your toes done, your nails, and massage, anything, if it's not up to your standards, either say something in the situation if you can. And if you're not comfortable, email the company if you can. Don't pay. Like, just don't pay. Be like, that was literally horrible. Or if it's so bad, like my experience was, which I was so close to getting up and leaving, which I should have done. Just get up and leave and say, I'm not paying for this. This is ridiculous. And that's kind of how I felt in my situation. It was so uncomfortable.